Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been a while since we've done a podcast, and we're back with this episode, and we'll be looking at the love languages. What are the love languages? The five love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. Now, we have to understand that these love languages, not everybody speak all of them. There are certain which don't apply to some folks. Now, words of affirmation. Um, if we have a partner, our partner should be our number one cheerleader, and we we produce more when we are given words of affirmation. Even in our workplaces, we do produce more work. We are more effective when we are commended for things that we do. So it's a love. This love language kind of like speaks to everybody. Um, we move on to quality time. Oh, wow, that's another one that's it's not. It should apply to everybody, but there are some persons who just feel like they need to be alone, and they just don't need anybody around them. But quality time spent with your partner is wow. You know, I was saying to somebody the other day, spending some quality time with your partner could be just like a silly moment where you just stare at each other and be like, "Hey, babe, are you okay?" "Yeah, babe, I'm okay. How about you? You okay?" "Yes, babe, I'm okay. I was just asking if you're okay because I wanted to know if you're okay." "Yes, babe. You sure you're okay?" "Yeah, babe." And that silly moment where you don't know what to say, but you just want to say something. And I also believe that in your quality time, you should learn something about each other. Just you ask each other, "How was your day?" What you had for lunch? What, just learn things about each other during the quality time spent. And during this quality time, you put away your devices. You make sure that you're away from all of the distractions. You're away from people who are not important. So you separate yourself, you segregate yourself a kind of way, not in the bad way where you lead yourself into temptation or anything of the sort, but you know just that time with you and your partner. Then I was just saying, keep away from some of us, our we speak the love language of physical touch, which is love language number 3. But my advice to us as singles, to keep away from physical touch as much as possible. Let me say that again for those in the back. Keep away from physical touch as much as possible, because this can lead to temptation and lead us into sexual activities that we are not to engage in before we get married. But it's important to know that some of us, we like hugs and we like kisses, and this is a lot of language that speak to some of us. I would have spoken to a young lady a time ago, and she said to me, "Listen, I don't like kisses," and another one would say to me, "I don't like hugs." So it's not everybody that this love language speaks to, the love language of physical touch. But the love language of acts of service is something that We like people doing things for us. There's some persons like that. There are others who just don't like people doing things for them at all. Don't do their dishes, don't cook for them, don't sweep their house, because you cannot do it to their standard. There are things that some people just don't want you to do for them. So acts of service is not applied to everybody. And those it applies to, you just got to understand that that's what they want. They got some people, no matter how much they can do it, they just want somebody to do it for them. So we have to understand that these love languages, some of them are not for everybody. And the way we speak them, we just have to understand that these individuals who speak these love languages, we have to speak it to them, right? Receiving gifts. I was, wow, last love language there. I left it for last because um, um, this mostly applies to women. Yeah, let me jump on that train right now and say that mostly women love to receive gifts. Wow. I'll leave that right there. But for those who speak that love language, we gotta speak it to them. Birthday gifts, Valentine's Day. Um, remember your anniversary, guys. Please remember your anniversary. Do not forget your anniversary, because she is going to be upset. Just laying that down early. She's gonna be upset. So please remember, set it in your phones, write it down on the wall, on your computer at work, whatever the case is. Just remember your anniversary, guys. Please. Because women love to receive gifts. Although there's some men here who love to receive gifts, but yeah, I'm just saying. Straight up. That love language mostly applies to women. And the way we speak these love languages, especially as Christians, we have to be very careful when speaking these love languages, especially physical touch, because it leads us down. Because um, women, especially, are triggered by touch, and mostly men are uncontrollable when the hormones are very active, you know. So once a woman are being touched and they're led down that path where the hormones are being, you know, activated, and the men are being triggered by the hormones activated in the woman, and hormones, interchanging and, shutting out and everything, things go wrong. And I say things go wrong because we're talking about singles here, single individuals. We are not supposed to be engaging in sexual activity. So we got to be careful when we are spending quality time not to engage too much in the physical touch, because it would cause us to sin. Now, in the church, sometimes spending quality time can take us away from focusing on God, and that is something that we got to be careful with. We got to remember God in everything that we do. So that is why spending quality time with your partner, you should try to indulge in Bible study, just speak about things that God would have done for you throughout the day, you know, um, sharing testimonies with each other, everything. So these love languages, yes, we can speak them, but we got to remember that God has to be in the midst of everything. So if you don't remember anything at all about the love languages, just remember that we have to include God in everything. Spending quality time, speaking words of affirmation, because we need we produce better when our cheerleader or cheerleaders are shouting for us. Amen. Amen. So let us speak our love languages to each other with God being glorified.